You're watching the LVSHL Phantoms Cup Varsity Final on Nick's Hockey Broadcast. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Game 1 of a best-of-3 series in the LVSHL Phantoms Cup Varsity Final. And this year's Varsity Final, it'll be between the defending champion Northampton Konkrete Kids against the underdog Lehigh Valley Saints. 2 days ago, Northampton won 5-1 over the Nazareth Blue Eagles, and the Lehigh Valley Saints won 7-2 over Bethlehem Area School District. We'll go over more details about these two teams in the regular season throughout the game. Time for tonight's starting goaltenders. In net for the Konkrete Kids, number 35, Balin Smargiassi. 10 wins, 0 losses, 1 tie. Goals against average, 2.35. Save percentage of .927. He saved 29 of 30 versus Nazareth 2 days ago. Starting goaltender for the Lehigh Valley Saints shall be number 79, Michael Heitzer. 6 wins, 4 losses, 0 ties. Goals against average, 4.22. Save percentage of .869. He stopped 37 of 39 versus Bethlehem Area School District. He had an outstanding game as the Saints pulled off the upset. They are the number 3 seed. Northampton is the number 1. So tonight's Game 1 of the Varsity Series. Game 2 will be Monday, and if necessary, Game 3 will be on Wednesday. For those who don't know, this is the best-of-3 series, so the first team that wins 2 games will win the championship of 2024. 3 teams in varsity have made the finals the last 3 years, and that's the Southern Lehigh Spartans, Northampton Konkrete Kids, and Lehigh Valley Saints. Tyler Matute will go for the opening faceoff for the Konkrete Kids, and for the Saints, it shall be David McIsaac. Puck is dropped and the finals are underway. It's the Saints and the Konkrete Kids. Off the stick of McIsaac, as this goes back towards the corner of Connor James. Beg my pardon, that's Alec James. Connor's wearing 56 as McIsaac gets a shot on the side of the cage as that's stopped there by Smargiassi. You can see some fans wearing Saints jerseys down below. That includes players from other teams in the league, such as Nick Humphrey, Dominic Natosi, Sawyer Marsteller, and Tyler Bertelson here. They also made signs. Humphrey actually showed me one of his signs he had supporting the Saints 2 days ago in the game against Bethlehem. And off this face-up, it's won there by Lehigh Valley. Alec James got towards McIsaac as Shockey's going to try to get this one across. And Brogy backhands one off the stick of Molokov. Nolan Rattler will try to take some control between the legs of Alec James, and now controlled by Tita. Tita had a big goal last game against Nazareth. Here is Gavin Molokov, who leaps it there for the corner for Kutch. Try to throw one across. It goes off the stick there of Heitzer. Here's a shot in front, and that goes off the glass from Tita. Hoffman touches this puck as well as McIsaac. And Brogy, his pass was not connected, will go towards the of Smargiassi as he leaves it for his defense. Koch ran into Parker Tatum, recovers as the puck went to Rattler. Now it's Koch on the left wing, trying to get around Connor James. That goes towards the net as Heitzer covers up with 15:49 to go in the first. Still no score early on. So for the Saints, this is the 3rd time in the last 4 years they have made it to the varsity finals. These teams met actually back in 2021 when the finals for varsity used to take place in the rink at Lehigh Valley in Whitehall, PA. It's no longer a hockey rink. And in that series, the Konkrete Kids won it in a 2-game sweep. As the Saints will dump it back towards the corner as Smargiassi will hold on for his defense. Andrew Rothbaugh, who had 2 big goals against the Eagles 2 days ago, only had 2 goals on the year coming into that playoff game. We'll go for this puck with Tatum as well as the captain, Ethan DeLillo. Rothbaugh still trying to get this puck. He's checked down there briefly by DeLillo as Enzo Tita will rush back the other way. 3-on-2 developing here for the Kids. Here is Tita. He's going to rush around the corner. Takes a shot on the angle, and Heitzler got a piece of it off his shoulder. Derek Rothbaugh's pass was intercepted by Imbrogi. Tatum gets taken down there off the glass by Rothbaugh. Tita trying to go for this puck on the right side, and he's got some space to room. Here's Tita trying to get around Fegley as he's going to hold on. He goes right behind the goal in the corner. Tita thrown aside of the net shot there by Braun. It's denied by Heitzler. Tanner Alt keeps it in play. Derek Rothbaugh gives it back to Imbrogi. He'll chase for it back towards the point as he's going to rush back towards center ice. He'll dump it past the red line. Line change for both squads. Rothba's pass deflects and knuckles all the way back towards the corner. Jake Fretz will give one towards the point there from Malakov, who takes a shot on that. It's stopped there by Heitzler, who holds on. In the regular season, Northampton was 2-0 versus the Saints as they defeated them 5-3 and 9-2. Konkrete Kids forward number 17, Bryce Shockey, scored a hat trick against the Saints in their second game. That shot that goes towards the goal. Heitzler made a stop. Almost seemed like he covered up, but he did not. That was Rattler, actually, who tried to get this puck. Shockey touches it. As now Alex James will rush with some speed on the left wing. He's got McIsaac on his right. Makes a nice move around Yule. Going right in. He scores! Alex James, spectacular! And it's 1-0 Saints. James, who had a hat trick 2 days ago, I should say, beg my pardon, as he makes it 1-0 in favor of the Saints. What a way to start this game. His 17th goal of the season. And it's 1-0 Lehigh Valley Saints. Made a nice move on Yule and got it past the wickets of Smargiassi. What a play by James. There's a junior hockey game I'm broadcasting tomorrow in the USPHL. They're called the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights, and I learned recently that James joined the Knights team and that he might play tomorrow for the Knights in the Elite Conference. I'll go over more details of that later on. So I might see him in the game tomorrow as well, but what a goal he has there. Here's James again. That shot stopped there by Smargiassi. McIsaac gives it to James behind the goal. Out James towards the point. And a shot that deflects towards the pads there of Smargiassi. James gets it back. He's going to hold on. Waits. Got one in front and deflected off a Northampton skate and wide. Matute with the Sean Couture 14. Lost it for James. Man, he's been on fire these last few moments as the Konkrete Kids clear. Connor James will give it to Sean Brogy. Deflected pass off of Henry Long's stick. And chased down Tita, nearly steals it away. 13 minutes to go in the first period. 1-0 Saints early on. Ivanko got one in front for Rothball with a shot that goes wide. He took that shot similarly in the spot he had for his 2 goals against the Eagles not too long ago. Icing here against the Saints. Braun trying to win this faceoff. Had an excellent game for JV in Northampton earlier this week. Connor James goes down. Shot back the other way. As now it's Jacoby to Derek Rothba. Trying to get one there for Braun. Deflected pass towards Tita. Forechecked away there by Brogy. Jacoby takes it defensively here for the Kids. Deflected off the stick of Ethan DeLillo. Connor James on defense now. His pass deflected. Nearly went off the stick of Fegley. Jacoby shoots one from center ice. Off the mask there, I believe, of Heitzler. As Fegley's pass was intended for DeLillo. Both teams trying to maintain some possession here. As Jacoby intercepts this play briefly at center. Rothba's shot on that goes off the pads there of Heitzler. And now it's Parker Tatum. Tatum's pass goes towards Connor James. Malakov trying to get a whack at this puck too. DeLillo hits it off the boards. And now Fegley's going to move back the other way for the Saints. Gets it right back. Holding on. Gets taken down there by Rothba. That was Andrew Rothba to be exact. This goes off the stick of Shockey into the glove there of Heitzler, and he holds on. 11.5 to go in the first. Still 1-0 Saints. Forgot to mention, there's 2 players out for the Konkrete Kids tonight. Number 48, Ashton Dreamock, and number 53, McCray Ross. Reagan Mitchelltree. His pass goes off of Jack Piper. Piper had his 2nd goal of the season against Bethlehem. He had a nice goal from the point 2 days ago. Bryce Shockey right behind the goal. Circles back towards Koch. And now Music nearly took that one away as well as Shockey. Piper's going to take control. Actually, no, it goes to Zoe Music behind the goal. Reagan Mitchell trade trying to lob this one past the blue line. It's kept it onside. Here's Koch with a shot. Glove down there by Heitzler. Also what happened during this week in junior varsity, Northampton won 9-7 over the Nazareth Blue Eagles, and Emmaus won 13-3 over Parkland. I have been told during these final games for varsity, during the second intermission, they're going to clear the ice, so this broadcast will go on a little longer than usual. And Brokey hits it off the boards as Koch is going to hold on defensively here for Northampton at center. And now Brokey holds on again. His brother Steven played on the Saints when they made the finals back in 2022. And now it's taken away. Here's Molokov with the shot. Blocker save there by Heitzler as it goes right behind the goal. Tita back towards the point. Here's Koch with a wrist shot. Blocker save again by the Saints netminder. Dumback on the left side, circling right back around as Heitzler is going to do the safe play here and hold on. 10-17 to go in the first. 1-0 Saints. Shots on net, 10-2 Northampton. Enzo Tita keeping it in the Saints' territory. Will stop back, but he lost possession of the biscuit on the ice. Henry Long with the John LeClaire 10 will chase for on the right side, battling with Tanner Alt. McIsaac trying to take it from him as well. This pass from Molokov goes to Enzo Tita. Watch out, he always has that speed of lightning and roar of thunder as he lost his puck here. He got checked hard by Ian Masso of Nazareth 2 games ago, around that spot of where he just was. Imbrogi hits it off the boards as Connor James will give it right back to him. The play catch. The assistant captain towards McIsaac. The ricochets off of Tanner Alt. Now James will have it right behind his net. Deflected off the stick of Tita. Derek Rothbaugh gives it to Tita as he'll take a wrist shot. Glove save there. Heitzler. So I was trying to say earlier, tomorrow at 7:30, only on Flow Hockey, I'm going to be broadcasting the game in the United States Premier Hockey League playoffs in the Elite Conference between the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights and the Jersey Hitmen. Alec James might be playing for the Knights in that game. It's not going to be on Nick's Hockey broadcast, I wish, but I'll be calling that game tomorrow at 7:30 at Revolution Ice Center. Go Knights. As of the check there involving Shockey and Tatum, there's going to be a delayed penalty coming up. It's against the Konkrete kids. Dumback will touch up. The Lehigh Valley Saints will go on the first power play of the game. This is going to be an interference call on Bryce Shockey. So the Saints already having a 1-0 lead has a chance to extend it even further. McIsaac, both James brothers, DeLillo, and Long on the ice for the Saints to start the first power play of the night. Heitzler will come out of his net as he'll pass it for Henry Long. He's right behind his net. He'll come back the other way for the Saints. Trying to make a decent run. Molokov falls down on his own balance as Koch gets shoved there by DeLillo. It just goes past the blue line. Tita takes it away shorthanded, 2-on-2. He's got Molokov trying to lob it on to him. Deflected towards the net. Molokov got a backhand shot, but Heitzler was ready. And he's got it in the glove. The Saints still only have 2 shots on net. Konkrete kids have 12, and the Saints somehow have a 1-0 lead. The Saints, even though they scored 7 goals against Bethlehem 2 days ago, they only had 17 shots on net as they allowed 39. Koch is clearing attempt deflected off of McIsaac. Gravity brings the puck down, and it stays in play. Here's Long. Got one and through towards McIsaac, but he was in the wrong spot. This ricochet pass to Molokov. Here comes Tita, short-handed. He's got some room. Getting around. James takes a shot. It goes wide. Molokov, rebound. They score! Short-handed goal for Gavin Molokov, and it's a tie game. His 13th of the season. We're tied at 1. Tita had the initial shot. Heitzler, the goaltender for the Saints, was down. Molokov was in the right place and time. He gets it past the goal line, and he ties the Laces at 1. There's still 1:04 to go on the power play for the Saints, but all momentum going to the kids right now as this pass from Piper to Tatum deflects wide. Here's Piper behind the goal. Jacoby Lobs one towards center ice, ricochets all the way down towards the boards. Hoffman backhands it away from Matute. And Brogy's pass intended there for Tatum. Couldn't connect on the play, and we have an icing against the Saints. 37 seconds to go on the power play. 7:40 to go in the first. Tie game at 1. Tomorrow in the National Hockey League is the NHL trade deadline. The Flyers made some transactions yesterday. I'll go over more details on that, including information of the newest member of the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. And Brogy hits it off the boards and off the back part of the goal. Hoffman on defense here for the Saints. Outlet pass to Alec James, deflected off to the stick of Andrew Rothwell as he gets it back to center. Malkoff trying to get it off the boards as he kills some more time on this penalty kill for Northampton. Fretz. Out to James on the left wing. Andrew Rothwell will go for it. McIsaac will chase for it down. And Shockey is now freed from the box of shame. Here's Alec James with a shot. Trickle toward the net, and Smargiassi made the stop on the left pad. Shockey out of the box. Here comes Tita. He's got some room on the left wing. Getting around, and Brogy falls down, shoots a shot towards the goal as Heitzler makes them run out of room. This face-off's gathered there by Nicholas Koch on the left part of the boards. Trying to flip it around Connor James as he takes it away for Lehigh Valley. Flipping past to Fegley, trying to get some control as he makes a deke towards the left boards. DeLillo makes a check there on Ivenka. Meanwhile, the kids move on a 2-on-3 Shockey with Matute, lost possession. And Brogy avoided the stick of Ivenko. Here's Fegley on the left wing. Throws it across for DeLillo, deflected off the stick of Koch at center. Ran to by Tatum. He gets checked hard near the Northampton bench. Actually, not near, on it. He gets checked on the Northampton bench by the Saints captain DeLillo. Another check made by Brogy on Ivenko. More physicality happening on the boards now. There we go. Just want to adjust the camera so you can see the checks down near the penalty boxes there. As we have more physicality, that was Koch and Piper. Here's Shockey with a shot deflected off his stick. Rebound in front was blocked by Brogy. Two-way hockey at its finest. What a play by the Saints defenseman. Both teams trying to get some control here in the corner. 5.5 to go in the first. We're tied at 1 still. Bouncing puck goes all the way down, and this will be an icing against the Saints once again. Sorry if the camera's shaking a lot. Just trying to make a slight adjustment. There we go. Yeah. Not trying to make anyone sick at home trying to fix this. There we go. We're good to go now. Anyways, back to the game as Brogy is going to flip this one to Hoffman. Off the skates there. Braun trying to reach for it. Long lost his puck as the kids will take it. It's Braun holding, centering past to Tita, deflected off the wrong net as he hits the safety netting. It's like I always say, you got to hit the net on the ice, not the one over the glass. So they move this face off at one of the offside dots since the puck went out of play. And Brogy once again will chase forward defensively here. He's going to pass it to Hoffman. And now McIsaac with the Sidney Crosby 87 gets this off the skate there of Alec James. James towards Long. And now it's taken by Braun. Tita trying to circle this puck at center. Couldn't hold on. And Brogy off the boards towards Long. And this will be yet another icing. So as they move this face-off over, I want to talk about some of the transactions made by Flyers general manager Danny Briere over the last day or so. So they made a big trade with the Colorado Avalanche as the Flyers traded defenseman Sean Walker and a 2026 fifth-round pick for forward Ryan Johansson and a 2025 first-round pick. Ryan Johansson was then placed on waivers. He cleared, and he'll be joining the Lehigh Valley Phantoms very soon. Tita with a shot that was blocked in front. As Hoffman will give it to Fegley as he clears it back to center. Now it's Tita trying to get around DeLillo. Here's Malkoff with a wrist shot that goes off the glass. Fagley tips it towards center. He'll chase for it. Had a decent amount of puck possession last game. He seems to be a bit tangled. It's taken in front, but Smargiassi has got it as he denies Ethan DeLillo. So back I was saying about the Flyers transaction. So Ryan Johansson, a player acquired by Philly that's coming to the Phantoms, was waived, and he'll play for Lehigh Valley very soon. He had 13 points in 14 playoff games back in 2017 when the Nashville Predators made it to their first Stanley Cup final. Now the Saints will take it right back. It's taken back in front for Long, and that goes off of Smargiassi as he makes the left pad save. Koch on defense. This goes off the twig stick there of Henry Long. Shockey makes a nice move with the puck between his legs, but this is an offsides. 3:51 to go in the period. So in other transactions that actually happened, the Flyers was involved in the Calgary Flames Vegas Golden Knights trade last night involving defenseman Noah Hanifin. Hanifin becoming a free agent at the end of the season for the Golden Knights. The Flyers acquired a quarter of his contract, and in exchange, they actually got a mid-round pick for taking part of the salary. It was a 2024 fifth-round selection. And also, defenseman at number 24, Nick Seeler, signed a 4-year extension worth $10.8 million, which is $2.5 million per year. Actually, beg my pardon. It was a $2.5 million signing bonus. $10.8 million total. It's $2.7 million per year. So Seeler signed for the long term with Philadelphia. Fagley's going to chase this one down. It's backhanded there. It's deflected off the stick of Koch. Derek Rothbaugh with a Travis Konecny 11. Dumps it off the corner. Behind the goal goes. Backhanded there by Connor James. Ron's trying to take control here. Parker Tatum was there too, as we'll get an offsides. So definitely some interesting moves for the Philadelphia Flyers organization. We'll see how Johansson does when he comes here to Lehigh Valley in the near future. He was traded from Nashville to Colorado. Half of his salary was sent to the Avalanche in that trade during the offseason, as now he's a member of the Flyers organization. Malakoff backhands one towards the corner, and Brogy briefly ran into him. This goes off the stick there of Long, and yet another icing. It's happened quite frequently in this period, icings here against Lehigh Valley. So as I was saying earlier, the Saints, when they played the Konkrete Kids in the finals in 2021, they were swept. When they made it in 2022, they had a 1-0 series lead against my main team over the last few years in the Southern Lehigh Spartans. The Spartans then won 2 straight as they won their first league title. They actually had a big chance to win the championship in 2022. They had a 2-1 lead versus Southern Lehigh in Game 2 of that series. Spartans scored 3 unanswered and would cause a Game 3 to happen. And actually for that 2022 finals, that was my first ever games ever broadcasting in the history of this channel. This is now the 3rd finals I've covered on Nick's Hockey Broadcast. And Brogy's pass goes off the stick of Long, or nearly off of it, I should say, and yet another icing. So once again, they'll move the face-off to the right side. Off this face-off here, as this is going to be Reagan Mitchell-Tree trying to chase this one down. Shockey's pass going to Edvenko. And now to Ethan DeLillo. DeLillo lost it there from Matute as Hoffman will get it back towards center ice. Mitchell-Tree, her clearing attempt was blocked by Koch as this puck deflects nearly to the Saints bench but stays in play. Piper and Shockey battle for this one. And now it's Koch. Koch's pass connected there to Enzo Tita. Tita twirling around on the blue line. As he's going to hold on and flip one towards center. It's legally gloved down there by Ethan DeLillo. Makes some nice moves. Another nice move going right on in. And Smargiassi almost covered up as the puck was still loose. And Brogy's shot was blocked wide. Actually, beg my pardon. That was Reagan Mitchell-Tree. Hoffman's pass was deflected off of Matute. And Brogy nearly loses it there from Shockey. As they'll bang it off the glass. Reagan Mitchelltree lost it from Enzo Tita. Last minute to play in the first period. Tita comes over the line here for the Konkrete Kids. On the left side, holding, firing, and Heitzler covers up once again. 53.9 seconds to go in the first, tie game at 1. And McIsaac and Braun will battle for this face-off. Fegley on the left wing clears it down, and you know what's coming. Icing. McIsaac and Molikoff. And it's won by Northampton. Tanner Roth lost it there for Connor James. And Brogy once again on defense hits it off the glass down past center ice. And Long's going to beat the ice. He gets a shot on that. And Smargiassi with the stop. I think Smargiassi might have been thinking it was going to be an icing as he made the save anyway. Alec James in Gretzky's office behind the goal. Getting stuck there by Molikoff. Molikoff falls down. Long trying to shovel this one out as Gavin Molikoff will pass it in front of him to Enzo Tita. Renzo Tita to the Saints zone. 8 seconds left. That shot deflects off of Heitzler into the safety netting. Exactly 5 seconds left on the clock in the first period. This faceoff was won by the Konkrete Kids. Dumback to Koch. Koch with a shot deflected off of Alec James' stick as time expires. The game is tied at 1 apiece after 1. Shots on net 15-7 in favor of the Konkrete Kids. We'll be back for the second. Second period's about to get underway. We're tied at 1 in game 1 of the best-of-3 series in the LVSHL Phantoms Cup Varsity Final. Shots on net 15-7 in favor of the Konkrete Kids. The goals coming from Alec James and Gavin Molikoff. And the Konkrete Kids' only goal is a shorthander. That was Dominic Natosi, Tyler Bertelson, and Sawyer Marsteller, players for Bethlehem and Parkland. Getting a brief cameo there. As we're about to get underway, Matute for Northampton, McIsaac for the Saints. Second period's underway. Off the time, here comes James right away on the wing. Here's James with a shot saved by Smargiassi. Man, what a quick chance for the Saints. Less than 10 seconds in. Long whacks at this puck. It's taken there by Koch. Koch's pass intended for Shockey goes wide. Connor James, somewhat ran into by Matute. As Dumback and Long will go for it right behind the goal. Collision's made there by Koch and Long behind the net of Smargiassi. Brought back the other way by Shockey. Clears it past the red line off the pads of Heitzler. Fretz lost it. Shot on that stave there by Heitzler. And now it's Koch moving it back defensively for the Kids. Both teams getting quality chances less than 1 minute into the second period. This puck deflects off the boards for Alec James. Flips it across for Brogy. Waits, wristing a shot that whistles wide off the boards. Connor James will flip one back towards McIsaac on the side of the cage. James trying to get control, taken back the other way by Shockey. He's got Molikoff right behind him as he's going to do the safe play and deposit it towards the corner. Line change for the orange and black, not called the Flyers, as Brogy and Molikoff will try to get this. Alec James flips it all the way down as now Fegley's going to try to win the race against Jacoby. Gets to it. The puck is under his skates somewhere. As now Andrew Rothenbach got it back towards the corner. Rattler chases for this puck, couldn't get to it in time. And Brogy, his pass will go back towards the right corner, and yet another icing against the Saints. Off this face-off, one there by Northampton. Here's a shot, and that there by Tita. And Heitzler makes another save. He has now stopped 17 of 18 so far in this game. Jacoby will have to chase it down as we're still tied at 1. Nolan Rattler gives it towards Tita. Back to Rattler, holding on. Drop pass in front that goes wide from Molikoff. This comes loose as now Ethan DeLillo will move it back towards center ice for Lehigh Valley on the right side. Collided there, takes the puck back on the wing. DeLillo trying to throw it across. It goes off a body, and now Tita is going to back him onto Brogy on the left point. Gets taken down there by Nolan Rattler. some players on the Saints bench looking for a penalty. They're not going to get it. Meanwhile, Tita gets taken down there, and that goes towards the goal of Heitzler, and he's got it. This reminds me for a Nolan Rattler, who's now going to the bench for Northampton. I actually learned the reason why he wears 71. In last game, I was just comparing him to Tyson Forrester. He wears number 71 because he really likes Penguins forward Evgeny Malkin, a.k.a. Gino. As Yule will take this puck on the right point as they'll flip it off the boards. Ivenko will go for this near the circle. Runs into there by Piper. Yule to Koch. Koch flips one back towards the circle. And now it's Shockey with a wrist shot and swallowed up there by Heitzler. Matute will center this puck all the way down towards the corner as Alec James trying to outlet this ahead towards Long. The puck was actually a bit over his head for a brief moment there. As now Connor James will try to clear this one ahead for McIsaac, but will cause an icing. I don't have the official number of icings the Saints have caused, but I bet it's almost close to the amount of shots they have right now, which is at 8. As now this faceoff is going to be taken by Molokov, and he wins it. Rodbach gives it towards Molokov. Connor James on defense will have this pass briefly intercepted by Molokov. Both teams will battle for it in the corner. McIsaac, Molokov, Long, and several other players from both teams there. Saints bring it right back out. Alec James on the wing will turn right back. And he lost the puck is Rodbach. Andrew Rothwell will dump it back towards the corner again as Ambrogi trying to clear back out for the Saints, but couldn't. Molokov behind the goal. Waiting. Backhand shot from the angle. Goes off of Heitzler. Is that when it passed from Long? Goes off the stick of Alec James. Tanner Alt. His brother Ryder played for Northampton last year. Lost his puck as now it's on the corner there from McIsaac. Alec James lost it, and he gives it away to Enzo Tita on a 1-on-2. Tita on the left side, ran into there by Brogy. Good defensive play. Two-way hockey at its finest as he stops one of, if not the best player in the league. Koch will clear past the red line, so there'll be no icing here. And Brogy off the boards pass to McIsaac, trying to lob this one, deflects off of Braun. And now to Koch. 12.5 to go in the second. We're still tied at 1 in game 1 of the Varsity series. Best of 3. And Brogy makes a nice check there on Braun. Meanwhile, here's Fegley. Fegley with a wrist shot. Smargiassi has got it. Braun's going to try to get this one. DeLillo with a shot. Goes off of Smargiassi. Fegley will backhand one off the corner of the glass. Comes in front. They score! A surprise goal for the Saints. It's Parker Tatum. And they have taken the lead back. Parker Tatum, his 3rd goal of the year. And the Lehigh Valley Saints have a 2-1 lead with 12 minutes to go in the second. 2 goals and 10 shots for the Saints. Fegley with the shot. It's gloved there by Smargiassi. It was behind the goal. It was DeLillo, I believe, behind the net. He just threw one in front. Tatum was the last one to touch it. And he got it into the net. A big, big goal for the Saints as they have the lead back for now. Fretz on the point. Nearly kicked there by Ivenko. Fegley takes it away. He's got Tatum as he briefly touched the puck. He couldn't hold on to it. Back comes Shockey. Clears it back on the corner. Fretz towards Tatum. As Fegley's going to move back the other way for the Saints, but he lost the puck. Koch at center ice. That's Matute on his right. Comes over the line, and this will be an offsides here against the Konkrete Kids. This time is won there by Northampton. Here's Tita on the wing. He checked by Hoffman. Got one through for a shot that's blocked down. There was Redder. Another chance there by Molokov was saved there by Heitzler. Fan pass by Rattler, taken there by Long. Off the boots there of Alec James. As now James takes it away for the Saints. Trying to get this to Long. Andrew Rothba's stick was able to get in the way of that pass. Hoffman towards Long. As the Saints have some numbers rushing here. Racing after it is David McIsaac. Back pass there for James. James towards Long. Off his skates as he couldn't hold on. Andrew Rothba's pass will go off the boards for Connor James to pick it up for the Saints. And Brogy. Intended for Long. Couldn't hold on to it. No icing here. Jacoby and Long will battle for this puck as well as Alec James on the corner. Flings one across for McIsaac as the Saints will set up here. McIsaac towards James, going right on in. He scores! What a goal, Alec James! What the celebration! He stashes it home! It's 2 unanswered goals for the Saints on a 3-1 lead. Alec James making a name for himself in the LVSHL Phantoms Cup playoffs, and it's 3-1. That's his 18th goal of the season, as he's been red hot in these playoffs. Had a hat trick last game, and right now he's got 2. The Wilkes-Barre Scranton night in the making as he makes it 3-1. Connor James towards Jack Piper. Zoe Music will backhand one off the wing. Dumback gets collided there by Piper as we get it offsides with a little less than 10 minutes to go in the second. 3-1 Saints. Just want to mention for that goal for Alec James on how he was able to stash it past the goaltender, Smargiassi. He made a nice deke on the glove side of the Northampton goaltender. Great patience, too. That's key for forwards, to just be patient and just shoot it in at the right time. Almost made it look easy. A collision's made on the circle. That was Piper and Koch. Meanwhile, Matute will clear it in past the red line. Or Saints fans supporting their team, as I believe we may have a penalty coming up here, and we do. It's going to be on Jack Piper. The power play to the Konkrete kids. Much needed. Seemed to do with that collision he had on the other side of the ice moments ago. So Northampton a big chance to make it a 1-goal game. Still plenty of time in this one. 9:35 and counting to go in the second. As Tita's going to control on the left side to Dumback. Back to Tita, the play catch. Tita with a shot. That goes wide. Made one off the stick of Connor James. Dumback's pass, taken back there by Koch, trying to go it across to Tita. He'll have to turn on back to get it off the boards. Tita on the point, moving towards the highest slot. Pass comes towards the left side for Dumback. Flings one there for Koch, who slaps one that's blocked there by McIsaac as Connor James can't get it out. Koch, Dumback, holding, waiting, lost the puck as he'll backhanded there for Tita. Minute 22 to go in the Piper minor penalty. As Tita's going to maneuver on the blue line. Takes a shot, and that goes wide. This is whacked there by Molokov. Shockey ran to there by Brogy. As the Saints will try to kill some clock here. Now it's Tita. Back towards Dumback. Halfway through the power play now. As Tita will retrieve back to neutral ice. Avoids the stick of McIsaac. Tita bursting with speed. Trying to get around in Brogy, and does. He's on the angle, takes a shot. Heitzer, I believe, made the step, and he's got it. He wasn't sure where the puck was at first. It's somewhere in his equipment, and he gets the whistle. And off the space of the Saints win it defensively here. Connor James. DeLillo. And now Tavenko chasing it down. Got one to the right side of Matute. Rattler will have to try to bring it on in, delayed offside here. Wiped down. DeLillo short-handed will chase for it for Lehigh Valley as he'll get it off the stick of Smargiassi. 20 seconds to go on the Piper minor penalty. A little less than 8 minutes to go in the second. 3-1 Saints. Connor James off the stick of DeLillo as Long will get for this puck, but no, actually Tanner Alt's going to get to it first. Now Long takes it away on the corner. Centering pass there for DeLillo. Tree goes towards the net. They score! Right as the penalty expires, the Saints get a gift. They have scored 3 unanswered. It's 4-1. Ethan DeLillo, the leader of the team, gets the goal. His 8th on the year. And we have a timeout called by Northampton. So both teams get a brief break here. Well, Northampton more of just a timeout to reset things here. But what a performance by the Saints. Alex James has 2 of the goals. Tatum has 1. And Ethan DeLillo gets it right as the penalty expires for Jack Piper. As for the kids, this is the 4th time in the last 5 seasons they have made the playoffs. Definitely a surprising turn of events in this first game. We still have a while to go in it. 7:36 to go in the second. But for the Saints, an impressive performance thus far in this game as we have passed the halfway point of regulation time. The Saints have now scored 4 goals on 12 shots. Kind of similar theme to last game. It seems that they've been scoring more with less, as they scored 7 goals on 17 shots against Bethlehem 2 days ago. Right now they've scored 4 only on 12 shots, doing more with less. Sometimes less is more. And sometimes less being more is just enough. Still a while to go in this one, as it's 4-1 Saints. And Brogy's pass off the stick there of Tatum. Koch towards Dumback. As he's going to give it off the stick of Nolan Rador, it goes into the Northampton bench. Thankfully, no one got hurt from that, as we'll get a whistle. This faceoff is taken by Tatum. He hits it off the boards. Fegley will chase it on the corner. Set one in front there for DeLillo, who fires, saved by Smargiassi. DeLillo gets it back. Another chance was blocked off of Koch. He'll hit off the boards, and Brogy keeps it in. And it's taken away there by Koch. Intercepted by Fegley on an onside play. He's got room on the left side. Here's DeLillo going on in. He scores! He's got another one! Ethan DeLillo! It's 5-1 Saints! His 9th on the year. 5 goals on 14 shots now. Not too long after Northampton took their timeout, seemed to give more of an advance to the Saints of the Konkrete Kids as they lead 5-1. As Smargiassi is going to cover up here with 6:42 to go in the second period. Piper off the faceoff, that goes wide. Rupp lost it. And now it's taken away there by the Konkrete Kids. It's Avenko with Shockey. Avenko with a shot that whistles wide of the blocker side of Heitzler. Music's pass deflected. Shockey tried to go for this puck. Rodba and Music battle for it near the blue line. Connor James gets hit somewhat hard there on the left side of the boards there. Here's Shockey on the left line with the shot deflected off the stick of Connor James as Rupp breaks it ahead towards, he tried to break it ahead there towards Piper. Here's Shockey circling around center ice. And it's taken by Piper, who will flip it down towards that of Smargiassi. He can't cover it. It's back in and over the net by McIsaac. A near gift for the Saints. Here's McIsaac again as he lost the puck towards the corner. That would have been one bizarre goal for sure. Smargiassi tried to cover up. It deflected off of him, and it went just over the net as Northampton causes an offsides. What a bizarre game, and honestly, just in general, what a bizarre second period. In last year's game one of the varsity final between Northampton and Southern Lehigh, the Konkrete Kids won that game 5-1, as right now they're actually down 5-1. Here's James. He and DeLillo has 2 goals. He's hit deflected towards the goal. Saved by Smargiassi. Rebound by McIsaac. He scores! David McIsaac! As the crowd cheers him on near the glass. It's 6-1 now. His 7th on the year. DeLillo will dump it back towards the corner. Tanner Alt. Derek Rotabaugh. Towards center ice, coming back the other way for Northampton was Brime. Somewhat checked by Ambrogi. Tita behind the goal. Koch will hit this off the glove of Enzo Tita. On the circle, holding right back for Northampton. He'll hold on the high spot with the shot saved there, Heitzler. Rebound trickles wide off the blue paint. Ambrogi on defense. Flips it back towards center. Kick there off the skates there of Koch. Saints take it back. A little less than 5 minutes to go in the second. It's 6-1 Lehigh Valley Saints. Hoffman off the stick of Tatum. Tatum's going to take it away on an onside play here for the Saints. Back pass for DeLillo trying to get control. Here's Fegley with a shot that goes wide of the blocker side of Smargiassi. Back coming the other way. Rodba towards Alt. Lost it. Fegley at center. Flips it back the other way. As Braun's going to get this back to Karam towards the Saints and icing against Northampton. Obviously, Northampton has to score at least 5 unanswered to come back in this one. I've seen great comebacks in this building when my Spartans were down 3-0 in Game 2 of the finals last year, although this is a bigger deficit. But you never know what can happen in this great sport. There's still a lot of time left in this one, but the kids got to get moving and quickly. As Reagan Mitchelltree will backhand one behind the goal. Mitchelltree got one in front there that deflected off the stick, I believe, of Piper and over the goal of Smargiassi. A big check is made there off the boards. That was Zoe Music. She's going to be slow to get back up, but she'll get her stick. She gets back up now and stays in the game. Trying to get back with her teammates. As now it's Molokov on the side of the cage. Molokov with a shot that goes wide. Zoe Music is actually going to go to the bench now and being replaced by McIsaac, the recent goal scorer. It's passed to Piper. Ricocheted. As Rattler will clear it down for Fretz. He'll lose his puck. Molokov on the corner. With 3.5 to go in the second period. Here's Dumbeck. Wristing one save there, Heitzler, and that goes off the glass. Stays in the zone for now. Shockey on the left point. Wristing one as that's poke checked aside. Nolan Rattler. As Shockey backhands it near the blue line. Fretz will chase it down here for the Saints. As it's still 6-1 Lehigh Valley. Off the glass from Fretz. Bouncing puck goes all the way down. Icing against the Saints. Almost seems like an eternity since we had our last icing against the Saints. Seeing how many goals they've scored in this period alone. Saints will try to clear it back towards the point. Ewell will try to keep it in the zone. Could not as the Saints bring it back the other way. Rushing there is Henry Long. Long has space. Falls down. Delayed penalty coming up against the Konkrete Kids. Here's Mazzagli. Backhand shot saves Smargiassi. Konkrete Kids touch up. And the Saints go on the power play. It's going to be a hook on Cutter Ewell. So he'll go in for 2 minutes. And once again, the power play to the Saints. Parker Tatum will go for the faceoff. And Matute will try to get to it first. Hoffman keeps it in. No Saints player to have it there. As Tita nearly has a short-handed breakaway. Couldn't connect on the pass. No icing here since this is a penalty kill for Northampton. Piper. Off the skates of Fegley. And now Tita takes it again short-handed for the Konkrete Kids as that shot goes wide. Piper backhands one as Tita will take possession. Rodba's pass off the boards near the Northampton bench. Hoffman turns back around. Connor James. A little less than 2 minutes to go in the period. As this goes off the boards towards Koch. Koch right behind his net. Well, move back the other way for Northampton as he comes through center ice. brings it over the line. And meant to go on the Yule penalty against Northampton. Comes towards that. Stopped is there by the Saints goaltender. Tita, as Northampton's done a good job killing this penalty thus far. Now it's Kotz. Throws one across for Rodba, who fanned on the shot. Gets it back as he lost it. Henry Wong's going to take it away. Nearly has a breakaway. Gets taken down. Seemed to fall on his own power. And now it's James moving in on himself. Going into the goal as Smargiassi says not today on that shot. James that close for getting the hat trick for the second consecutive game. Look forward to seeing him with the Wilkes-Barre Knights in the future for sure, the United States Premier Hockey League. Music and Dumbeck and Molokov will try to go for this puck. 23 seconds to go on the power play. Shot from the point, deflected off of Smargiassi. See me, rebound, puck is loose in the air. Gravity brings it down as the Saints still continue to move along in this power play. Tanner Earl did see the puck coming towards him. Dumbeck. 40 seconds to go in the period. We will have a longer intermission because they're going to clear the ice with the Zambonis. Shockey right behind the goal. 30 seconds to go in the period. Shockey. Intended pass from Molokov, couldn't connect. No icing here. Connor James behind his net. 20 seconds left off the boards. Going towards center ice. Piper trying to go for this puck as this goes into the Northampton bench. So for Northampton, it might be fortunate for them that they're going to have a longer intermission as they'll go into the locker rooms to assess their game plan for the third period, as right now they trail by 5. And Brokey hits it off the boards. Here's James. He's got time to give one last chance. James going on it right on in as he couldn't get a shot towards the goal. Takes it back. Smargiassi moving to the left side of the crease. Time is going to wind down. And in a stunning turn of events, it is 6-1. Lehigh Valley Saints after 2. The shots on net, 27-21 in favor of Northampton. We'll be back for the third. They're going to clear the ice, so I'm going to turn off the microphone for a little bit. So the third period will begin in roughly, I would say, about 15 minutes, but just stay on the stream to be ready for the third. Third period's about to get underway here at PPL Center. It is 6-1. Lehigh Valley Saints after 2. Shots on net, 27-21 in favor of the Konkrete Kids. Want to give a quick shout out to Jean McIntyre, the grandmother of David McIsaac, watching from all the way from Nova Scotia. Heard about you during the break and wanted to give you a quick shout out. I hope you're enjoying the game all the way down there in Nova Scotia, as David McIsaac was actually the last player for the Saints to score in this game. He's on the ice right now with the rest of his teammates. It's not the first time I've heard someone involving my audience from Canada watching my stream, but it always feels good to hear anyone watching the game, especially from a far distance. For people that watching my games from Michigan, South Carolina, Connecticut, even Mexico at one point. Hope everyone watching now and when this game is released later this week is enjoying it as the third period's about to get underway. So the Konkrete Kids trail by 5. They have a lot of work to do if they want to stay alive in this game. Winner this game will take a 1-0 series lead in this best-of-3 series. Game 2 will be Monday after the junior varsity final. Gavin Molokov in front for Nolan Rattler. He comes over the line, deflected off the stick of Ethan DeLillo. Molokov whacks it there for Koch. Koch, side net there for Tita that goes wide. As now it's Koch that's going past the line again for Northampton. Chases it down, and Brogy spins away, runs into Fegley on the corner. We have an arm up in the air here, I believe. Yes. Delayed penalty against Northampton. There's a Saints player down on the corner. That is Sean Brogy, the solid defenseman, as he's going to get up on his own power. Hopefully he's okay. I'll let you know if he returns in this game. He's kind of grabbing off to his face mask as the Saints go on yet another man advantage. This is on Bryce Shockey. This is going to be a high-sticking penalty against Northampton. Power play for the Saints. McIsaac on the space of Alec James nearly picked it up. Backhand pass towards Fretz. Lobbed there by Shockey and all the way down. Heitzler leaves it there for Connor James. Ran into by Matute. Connor James, as Matute trying to harass him to get the puck. This pass towards Alec James goes to Long instead. Henry Long ran to Matute as Andrew Rothbard clears it into the zone. Connor James on defense, flips it down towards center ice. Alt blasting one off the boards as McIsaac nearly took it away. Shockey trying to clear one in towards the corner. As now the Saints hold on. Alec James. Meant to say, actually, it's Gavin Molikoff with the penalty, not Bryce Shockey. As Alec James going over the line with the shot saves Smargiassi. So it's Molikoff in for a high stick. I thought it was Shockey that went into the box, but once I saw him on the ice, I'm thinking, wait a minute, I got that wrong. And it says on the scoreboard, it's Molikoff who's in. Tita and DeLello on the circle here. Two excellent players in their own rights. As we await the faceoff. Going for the faceoff now is actually Fegley. As DeLello takes it right away. That shot stopped there. Smargiassi. 46 seconds to go on the man advantage. Tita towards Ivenko. The only goal for Northampton tonight is shorthanded. A shorthanded goal by Gavin Molikoff, who is in the penalty box right now. As now the Saints rush back the other way with several numbers. Fegley on the left side. Back pass to Ethan DeLello. Trickles towards the net as Fegley had the puck on the side of the net. Hoffman keeps it in. This goes past the skates there of Fegley. Tatum got one in front. It's intercepted there by Enzo Tita. At center. Comes into the Saints zone. Turns back. Twisting around. Shoots. Save. Heitzler. And it goes and they score! Heitzler couldn't cover up. It finds its way in. The second shorthanded goal of the night for Northampton. Christian Ivenko will get the goal, and it's 6-2. That's Ivenko's fourth goal of the season. Funny how both goals for Northampton are shorthanded. There's still 8 seconds to go on the Molikoff high-sticking minor penalty. As Coach Ruff is telling Ivenko to come off the ice. Because they would have been on 5-on-5 there, but now it's 5-on-4. Alec James at center, trying to avoid Matute. As now, Mbrogi's pass will go to McIsaac. Good to see Mbrogi back in the game after he shaken up earlier to draw the penalty against the Saints as the power play is now expired. Mbrogi, whacked there by Hoffman. Beg my pardon, that was Molikoff. I don't know why I said Hoffman there. As Connor James is going to rush back there for Long. Long flipping one around there from Rodba. Gets it away. Pass in front of for James. Couldn't hold on to the puck there. Andrew Rodba. Pass deflected all the way down. No icing here. Tita. Right around in front, goes off the pad of Heitzler. This goes off the pad of Smargiassi, trying to clear it away. No icing here. Mbrogi behind the goal, taken away. And now it goes to Tita as he fans on the shot. Takes it back on the corner. Enzo Tita. Pass comes to the other side. It's caught. Caught to Braun. Braun with some space towards Mbrogi. Koch on defense will hold on for the Konkrete Kids. Koch getting around. Alec James makes a nice deke as he lost the puck. Gives it to Tita. His shot. He scores! Top bar and knocks the water bottle away of Michael Heitzler. 2 unanswered goals for the Konkrete Kids as they now trail by 3. Two quick goals for the Konkrete kids. 12:36 to go in the game. It's 3-6. It's 6-3. Tita gets his 17th goal in the year. The super senior. That's Northampton's 30th shot on net. The Saints have 24. Saints looking for a response. Tatum to DeLillo! Sargiassi has it. So this is now 2 consecutive goals. The Saints have scored 6 goals or more. They scored 7 against Bethlehem. They have 6 right now. Alec James, and that's stopped by Smargiassi. This is cleared down towards Hoffman. Hoffman off the boards near the Konkrete bench. Jacoby. Beg my pardon, that was Dumbeck. Dumbeck wears 22. Jacoby wears 23. Shockey's pass goes to Christian Ivenko. Ivenko gets hit hard there by Hoffman. On a legal checking play. And Brogy towards the corner there of Piper. And back comes Alec James with a 1-on-2. Alec James trying to maneuver on Koch. Lost possession as it goes to Shockey. Dumbeck to Matute. And now it's Alec James. James flips it past the blue line. As he'll hold on, he gets checked there by Dumbeck, and McGuising retaliating on that play too. Koch has several passing options here at center. Brings it over the line. Line change for both teams. As this puck goes towards the corner. Tatum leaves it there for Fretz. It's flipped back towards the goal there. It goes off the part of the Saints bench as they're going to call play dead with 11:07 to go in the third period. 6-3 Saints. Off this time, it's cleared all the way down. Andrew Rodba hits it off the boards. Deflected towards Fegley. Backhands it for Tatum as he couldn't whack it through. As now this puck comes on back towards the corner. Tatum towards Tanner Alt. Alt off the leg there of Andrew Rothbard, nearly ricocheted off of Fegley. As now the play catch. Rothbard behind his own goal. Will try to skip away for the Konkrete kids. As now this pass goes to Enzo Tita. Bursting with speed. Speed of lightning. Has it on the right side. Backhands in front there for a shot. And then stopped there by Heitzler. As now Tatum is going to try to clear it out. But as the puck goes past the stick of Enzo Tita. Alt back to Tita. Back into the Saints zone. Has Malikoff right behind him. Tita gets an edge. Try to shove one by. That puck goes wide. The puck was almost off the stick of Rador. The net was off its moorings for a brief moment as the official readjusts it. And we have an icing. Tad less than 10 minutes left in this one. And the best of 3 series in the LVSHL Phantoms Cup Varsity Final. 6-3 Saints. This faceoff is going to be controlled there by Dumbeck. He'll backhand when this puck rolls on the stanchion of the boards. And now it's going to be Zoe Music who is unable to get out. Shockey sign that backhand shot saved there by Heitzler. This goes off the pass, Margiassi. Shockey with the Wayne Simmons 17 as we have a player down on the boards. Can't see who exactly it is. I believe it is a Saints player. As some of the medical trainers are going to come on out. I can't see who it is. Whoever it is, hopefully he or she is okay. That is Saints player number 18, Reagan Mitchelltree, as she is getting assistance to get off the ice. She seems to be laboring that left leg, and hopefully she's going to be okay. She had a lot of trouble getting off the ice as they're helping her go into the locker room. Hopefully she'll be okay soon enough. 9:30 to go in this game. It is 6-3 Saints. Shockey. Koch. Off the boards to Dumbeck. Dumback just deflects off towards the center ice line. Alec James on the corner, and we're going to get an icing here against the Saints. So we got to hope Reagan Mitchell-Tree is going to be okay. I'll be surprised if she returns into this game. Hopefully she'll be ready for Game 2 or even possibly Game 3 next week in this varsity series. This tie-up is controlled as it goes off the skates there of Dumback. McIsaac pitchforks one towards center for Koch. Koch on the right side. Hits it off the boards in Brogy. Behind the goal. Here's Tita towards Koch on the right side. As Alec James will control. Outlet pass to Henry Long. He's got space. And all alone. Here's Long. He scores! It's now 2 straight games that the Saints have scored 7 goals. Henry Long makes it 7-3. That's his 12th of the year. 8:44 left, 7-3 Saints in this best-of-3 series. Rodbach clears it off the boards. Connor James towards Imbrogi. Gets checked there by Nolan Rattler. As now the Saints will now move back with some numbers again. This deflects off the stick of Andrew Rodba. Tita will bring it over himself. Falling down was Connor James. As Jacoby can't keep it onside. Smargiassi spins away. Rodba backhanded by DeLillo. Jacoby has it behind the goal. This pass outletted ahead going to Nolan Rattler. Rattler lost his puck. Gives it right on back for Tita. Tita makes a move. Backhand shot that goes wide. No rebound was there. Icing here against the Saints. So if the Saints win, this will be the second straight time making the finals where they have a 1-0 series lead in the finals, but they still have 7 minutes and 41 seconds left in this one to get the victory. Zoe Music trying to clear it in. It goes off the skate there of Matute. Shockey off the boards. Hoffman trying to clear it away. As Koch will chase for it all the way down for Northampton. Koch gets shoved there by the recent goal scorer, Henry Long. And now it's Shockey. Shooting save made there. Heitzler now stopping his. He has now saved 30. No, not 30. He's now saved 29 of 32. Now it's 38 for 33. As they just updated the shot clock on the scoreboard. Shockey to Dumback on the right side. Shoved there by the stick of Hoffman. Dumback with a wrist shot, and that goes off the pads. Molokov, Matute on the corners. Trying to shove it on in, and it's saved there. Heitzler having another outstanding game for his team. No icing here. Line change for the Saints. Tanner Alt. We'll give it to Nolan Rattler. Now it's Enzo Tita. Flipping one across ice to Tanner Alt. Trying to get into the zone and does. He'll chase for it. He's got a passing option. Got one in front there, but no one there for Northampton to tip it home. Alec James towards Long as it goes past him. Tita will hold on to the puck himself. He'll turn back. Past his goaltender, Balin Smargiassi. Tita deking around Alec James, going past the line. Runs into Nolan Rattler. And now it's taken away by the Saints. But not for long. Rattler towards Molokov. His shot whistles wide. Rod bubble circle on the blue line. Keeps it in. Takes a shot that ricochets off a stick along its path. And now it's David McIsaac through center ice. Has Alec James on his left. Henry Long right behind him. Got it to him. Here's Long holding on the left side with the shot that goes between the legs there of Andrew Raltaba. Molikoff. Rattler. About 5 minutes to go in this game. 7-3 Saints. Tita flipping the puck to himself. As Molikoff on the corner. As Henry Long will move back towards center. Off the boards to clear it in. Another line change for the Saints. Take it away. Here's Tatum. Scores! Parker Tatum is second of the game. 8-3 Saints. Had 2 goals on the season coming into this game, and he scored 2 tonight. His 4th of the year. It's a 5-goal lead for the 3rd seed Lehigh Valley Saints with 4:40 and counting remaining. Cuts towards Derek Rodba. Diallo trying to go after this too. As Koch is going to pass it to Braun. Derek Rodba holds on the left wing. Braun gets it across for Koch. Koch waiting, holding on, waiting as that shot goes wide. Madison was in front of the goal there for Northampton. Wearing 38. As the Saints bring it right back in. DeLello trying to shovel it on through, and that goes wide of the net. Fretz. Backhands one intercepted there by Koch, who will cause an icing. Alec James trying to escape away through center. Could not. And now it's taken away. McIsaac. Fanned on his pass. Jacoby towards Evenko. And Matute runs into Evenko almost actually. 3.5 to go in the game. Here's Alec James busting right through the defense. Takes a shot and saved by Smargiassi. As you can see the peeps. Zamboni is approaching the glass. Christian Evenko clears it past the blue line. No icing here. As now the Saints are going to try to clear it back the other way as we'll get a whistle. 3:07 remain on the clock as it is 8-3 Saints. Lehigh Valley looking to take a 1-0 series lead in this best-of-3 series. Saints trying to go back the other way. Enzo Tita trying to flip it in off the wing. Goes off the glass. Hoffman behind the goal. Imbrogi flips it off the boards. All the way down. And for an icing. So next week in the LVSHL Phantoms Cup games, there's a lot of big games coming up. It's the championship week. On Monday will be the JV final, and immediately after that will be Game 2 of this final series. On Tuesday will be the youth and middle school final, and on Wednesday will be Game 3 of the varsity final if necessary. And Enzo Tita, I believe, might be laboring something here as he's skating a little awkwardly right now. This comes in front of the net. It's stopped by Smargiassi. Tita seemed to be awkwardly getting up after he fell down on the other side of the rink down here. He's still on the ice, so hopefully he's okay. He's going to come to the bench. He is definitely laboring something as he'll go to the Northampton bench, something to definitely keep an eye on. The Konkrete kids are definitely going to need him for the remainder of the series. As now this shot goes towards the goal and flipped off the boards. 2 minutes to go in the game. 8-3 Saints. And Brogy blasting it right in. Smargiassi for Tanner Alt. Outlet to Molikoff. Gavin Molikoff coming past the line here, trying to get past Imbrogi. It's backhanded away for Tanner Alt to retrieve it. Zoe Music was near it too. Minute and a half to go in the game. This goes off the stick of Kirkren as Derek Rothba for Koch. Trying to escape the reach there of Zoe Music. Wearing the Phil Kessel 81. Rothba's pass going to Braun. as Braun comes over the line on the wing, trying to shove down Connor James. As it's flinged back towards the other side. Last minute to play in regulation time. And an icing with 54.7 seconds left. So the Saints, with a win today, will have at most 2 chances to win their first Scholastic title in team history. Northampton will have to win a game 2 to keep their season alive in their pursuit to win their 2nd straight title. This puck is loose near the crease as Tita is back on the ice. That's definitely a good sign to see he is okay as the goaltender Michael Heitzler makes the stop. 44.2 seconds remaining on the clock now. This face-up goes to Enzo Tita, wristing a shot that's blocked. As Henry Long, who's already had his taste of action tonight, will go for this. Yule hits it off the boards. Tyler Matute past the line, lost the puck here as McIsaac leaves it on back there for Matute. Matute shoots it in, deflects off a stick, and the goaltender Heitzler holds on. 19.3 to go. Rador couldn't hold on to it. 15 seconds left. An impressive showing by the Lehigh Valley Saints. Time is going to wind down here at the PPL Center. And a stunning upset. The Lehigh Valley Saints take a 1-0 series lead as they defeat the Northampton Konkrete Kids. A final score of 8-3. They congratulate their goaltender, Michael Heitzler, as he saves 33 of 36. Has had 2 outstanding games in a row. The offense showed up a lot tonight for the Saints. Alec James gets 2 goals. Ethan DeLillo gets 2 goals. Parker Tatum got 2, and so did David McIsaac, got a goal, and Henry Long. The only goals coming from Northampton, Gavin Molokov, Enzo Tita, and Christian Ivenko. As the handshake line begins. I am Nicholas Garofalo. Thank you for joining us for another edition of Nick's Hockey Broadcast. The final score, the Saints win 8-3, take a 1-0 series lead in this best-of-3 series. Game 2 will be on Monday. Good night.